shank bone comes because we learn in the Torah that we should participate in the Passover lamb offering that the Israelites partook in and ate from the evening before they left Egypt. For those who are vegetarian who might not want a shank bone on their Seder plate or on their table, there's a custom that we can find all the way even in the Talmud that talks about having a roasted beet. So if you have a shank bone, wonderful. If you have a roasted beet, that's great too.
The hard-boiled egg on the Seder plate is not there to gross out people who are scared of hard-boiled eggs. It's there to kind of symbolize, it's a spring holiday. It's about renewal, it's about rebirth, it's about the Jewish people kind of being reborn as a people. So it's about this noticing spring and noticing that it is this time of change and renewal and rebirth.
Parsley is one of the items that we find on the Seder plate, and in Hebrew we call it karpas. It represents the spring vegetable with the rebirth and the coming of spring at this season. Of course, we also know that we dip the parsley in salt water during the Seder to symbolize the tears that the Egyptians felt coming out of slavery. I also have a personal connection to the parsley on the Seder plate, as my family has a tradition of planting parsley seeds at Tu B'Shvat, and we always eat the parsley that grows from Tu B'Shvat to Passover.
People put weird things on their Seder plates, like an orange. Why do we do that? What's the deal with that? In the 1980s, Rabbi Susanna Heschel said we are going to put oranges on a Seder plate to honor and acknowledge the lack of rights for women in the world. That is a total misnomer, and it is a totally different teaching, and she intended something different. But there is now this act and this common sort of culture and ritual of putting things onto your Seder plate that represent not just things that have happened in the past, but things that are happening now and hopefully will end in the future.
So we put matzah on the Seder plate for so many different reasons. It represents freedom, it represents affliction, and I wanted to tell you about why we put matzah on the Seder plate by actually showing you the process that it takes to make matzah. So I started grinding some flour, but I've been going for a while and I have about half a teaspoon. So just come back to me in like one more hour, week, I don't know, something like that. We'll get there eventually.